So there's a brand new science fiction horror thriller film by the name of No One Will Save You, which to me has elements of Jordan Peele's Nope meets John Krasinski's A Quiet Place with a little bit of sprinkle of M. Night Shyamalan's Signs. Yeah, that sounds like a movie you want to check out, right? Well, let's talk about it. What is going on, movie fans, and welcome back to my channel, MovieFiles. Elliot here today to share with you all my thoughts of the brand new movie, No One Will Save You, which will have a limited release in theaters and will be streaming on Hulu on September 22nd. Now, I got an opportunity to check this out a couple nights ago, and I'm going to let y'all know if this is worth checking out. We'll be discussing that and much more in today's spoiler-free review. But first, let's start the conversation in the comments below. Let me know if you've heard of this film and if you were excited to check it out. But more importantly, once you've seen it, let me know your thoughts of the movie. What worked, what didn't work. Let's have those conversations in the comments below. So let's just get right into my thoughts. I want to start off by talking about the writer and director of this film, who I'm a fan of his writing. I've never seen a movie that he directed. I believe he did one other movie prior to this. We're talking about Brian Duffield, who does a great job of taking this home invasion / alien invasion scenario and truly making it his own. He not only manages to keep this story going at 100 miles per hour, and within the first 5 minutes, the film gets right into this very heart-pounding sequence that just truly sets the tone, all while giving you just enough exposition that lets you know what's going on and plays with this high concept that will have you thinking about this film after you finished it. So impressed by his direction. Again, I was familiar with his writing as a writer, but his direction was so strong. But speaking of the writing, I really enjoyed it. I found it to be very interesting because you think the movie's one thing, especially if you've seen the trailer, but this movie has two mysterious elements going on, and both of them have twists and turns, and the storytelling elements add so much depth to the situation, but also adds a lot to our main character. Now, before I get into this powerhouse performance here, I will let you all know that aren't too familiar with the story or haven't seen the trailer of this film. Basically, the movie follows a woman living in solitude in her childhood home and suddenly experiences a home invasion from unearthly visitors. So our main character, Brian, is played by the incredible, one of my favorite actors in Hollywood, Kaitlyn Dever, who to me, she just picks the right projects that are different and unique, and this is one of those projects. Kaitlyn is front and center of this film, and she is just flexing her talent in this movie. She's giving you a very physical performance, and she's conveying so much emotion with literally like 2 or 3 lines in this film. Like, this is not a talk movie. There's very little to no dialogue, and the emotions and the way she emotes and the way she uses her face, and again, the physicality. You thought Tom Cruise runs a lot to Mission Impossible. Wait till you see Kaitlyn Dever. I mean, she was just physically embodying this character, and I thought she was phenomenal. The character is basically a alien to this small town that she lives in, and there's a backstory with her character that involves the people of her town hating her, and that's the emotional side of this story, and it keeps you guessing, but also plays with the title, which is very important, of why no one would save this particular character. So really interesting stuff going on there with her. Can't speak highly enough of the performance. There's a lot being asked of Kaitlyn in this film, and she completely carries it, and she does not disappoint. She yet again proves to me why she's one of the best actors working in Hollywood. I also found the use of the environment to be great. It's very atmospheric. The sound mixing, the sound design is phenomenal. The camera work and the lighting is superb. Before I wrap up my positives, when it comes to like, it is a horror film, I personally wasn't like scared or terrified, but this is a very suspenseful ride, and it plays well with the idea of what would you do in this situation. It's thrilling, it's exhilarating, it keeps you on the edge of your seat because these unearthly visitors are consistently trying to take out our main character. And I'll just say this, there are multiple visitors that come in different shapes and sizes, which kind of adds to the element of surprise of like our character has to deal with all these different type of visitors, and it just makes it unique and very exciting. Now, while I found this to be, I was engaged with the story, it was very exhilarating, there are some things that didn't work for me. One being, when it comes to these unearthly visitors, I wasn't the biggest fan of the kind of stereotypical design of what Hollywood or people or humans conceive to think what an alien would look like. I wanted more practicality and less of the CGI. So I wasn't a fan of the actual design. And then I kind of hinted at it, and I'm being vague about the story because there are a lot of mysterious elements about this film. There's a particular side plot going on with our character, which, like I mentioned, involves a tragic backstory. I just personally wish, while it was very mysterious, you are sitting there wondering, what did she do to make these people hate her? The payoff, I just wish, was more impactful for me. I understood what the film was going for, which explains why she is secluded, explains why the people act the way they do around her. I just wish that it had a more of an emotional punch from my personal taste. But that's really all the negatives I have for the film. There's a couple nitpicks that were just, like stuff I could forget about, but those are the two main things. So before I give you all my overall score and let you know if this film is worth checking out, if you stuck around to this point in the video, I really appreciate you. If you haven't already, consider hitting the like button, sharing today's movie review, leaving your thoughts in the comments, and of course consider subscribing to the channel. Overall, No One Will Save You is a well executed and clever take on a home invasion / alien invasion scenario with great direction and a home run performance by Kaitlyn Dever. She is truly captivating in this role. This film easily has some of the best sound design you'll hear all year. It's a 90-minute creative experience that I would recommend you all check out, either in limited theaters, check your local theaters, but also available to stream on Hulu on September 22nd. I'm going to give this film a 4 out of 5. I was watching this late at night, and I was just literally, normally I'm like kicking back, relaxed. I was on the edge of my seat throughout the 90 minutes, which again, great runtime for this story. So again, 4 out of 5, but that's just my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below once you all have seen it. Again, what worked, what didn't work. The films that I mentioned earlier, do you all see the elements I was referring to in this film that I think makes it worth checking out? But again, share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you all for watching today's video. Like I said, if you enjoyed yourself today, consider hitting the like button, sharing today's video, leave your thoughts in the comments, and help me reach my next milestone of 60,000 subscribers by subscribing to the channel today. You all are awesome. Hope you're staying safe, and I'll catch you all on the next video.